Hi guys, this is Spartan765. Today I'm doing a video based off a question I got asked on my video Russian AK-47 accuracy. Now in my video I said that I used steel jacketed ammunition to get rid of the burrs in the barrel because it's a brand new gun. Now this guy did not know, he wanted me to do a video on what was the difference between copper jacketed, steel jacketed, or magnetic ammunition. Now here I have a few examples of some magnetic ammunition and some non-magnetic ammunition. What I did here, because at the range you usually can't shoot, if you're at an indoor range they usually won't let you shoot magnetic, so you have to use non-magnetic. Now what I did here, now here's some, this is some Wolf hollow point 124 grain magnetic ammunition or steel jacketed ammunition. I know it looks like it's copper, but that's just a light copper over the steel. Now what you can do to find out if it's magnetic, just take a magnet. This one just came off the fridge upstairs. And see how it sticks to the magnet? Like that, see? Now if you don't have a magnet and you really want to know, one thing you can do is what I did here is just an example. It's kind of like a cutaway. Hang on, let me pull the bullet out. I took this and I smelted it down, like I put it in a fire. I put it in a can over a fire, you know, to melt the lead out. Now this is not copper jacketed. This is steel. There's a little bit of copper over the steel, just so just for barrel friction and stuff, for friction, and I don't know. I think it's more for corrosion is what it's for. Why they put copper over the steel, but it's like a very thin layer. Now this was in a fire up to a few thousand degrees, like maybe a couple thousand degrees. So all that was left, no, about 1500 degrees. All that was left was just the steel jacket. As you can see, this was a hollow point round. Now I did this here for demonstration. And over here we have a full metal jacket, brown bear ammunition. I think this one is more closely based. I couldn't really say it was based off the M43 or the M67 round, but because it is steel jacketed. This one here is phenomenally accurate. A brown bear is usually the lower end of the bear line of ammunition, and gold bear is the best. So you would expect better accuracy probably from silver bear ammunition than brown bear, but this is just brown bear, and I was able to get 3 inches with my AK. Haven't tried silver bear in my gun yet, but as you can see here, take a magnet, stick it to it. It is magnetic. As you can see here, hang on, I get this bullet out. I also did a cutaway and burnt a burnout of this bullet too. As you can see, I just did the same thing, burnt the lead out. You know, I was just wondering if it was steel core or not. It's another good way. That's another good way to find out if your ammunition is steel core, is put it in a fire or in a cup over a fire, pan or whatever, and you can see if it's steel core. But this stuff wasn't. I didn't think it was. Now here's another example of steel jacketed ammunition. Now this has no copper jacket over it. This is just a steel jacket. This is also steel core ammunition. This is an 8mm Mauser cartridge from World War II. As you can see, it's dated. Where's the date? Probably can't see that, but 1945. I have about 400 rounds of this stuff. With a Mauser, this is the highest chamber pressure you can get. You're getting 3,000 feet per second out of this round. You cannot fire this in a semi-automatic gun. It'll blow it apart. This is a very high-powered round, and it is steel jacket and steel core. As you can see, there's no copper over the steel jacket, being it was a war production round, or I don't think they had. Must not have. I don't know. That's just the way it is. There's no copper jacket over it. I don't know why they didn't do that. And here we have a Bulgarian surplus 76254R that's also, as you can see, this one here is copper or steel. So is this one. This one has a copper jacket. This is a Bulgarian heavy ball made in 1954, 76254R. Now we'll move on to the non-metallic cartridges. Here we have, or not non-metallic, but non-magnetic. Now here we have just a Wolf. What is this here? So a Silver Bear cartridge. Or maybe this one is magnetic. Oh, it is magnetic. Never mind. I never checked that one first. But this is also another magnetic round, I guess. This is a Silver Bear 76254R. Pretty good round. It is non-corrosive because it's new production. Then over here in our two non-magnetic bullets, here we have a Yugo M67, which this is just your basic surplus Yugo M67 ammunition, which is just copper and lead. It is non-magnetic, as you can clearly see. See? So if you're looking for some surplus cheap non-magnetic ammunition, go with your Yugo M67, which they got. I think that's some of the only remaining surplus AK ammunition left in the market. I haven't seen much other surplus ammo for AKs. Again, what year was this? This is 1988 production, so fairly new. So again, it's corrosive. That's a disadvantage of it. I don't personally shoot corrosive ammunition with my AK. Even though it is chrome lined, I just don't shoot it because one thing it can do is there's a part like your gas block and where your gas port is. There's a part right, that part is kind of hard to clean and get at. You really have to go at it good, and those salts will stay in there and eventually corrode away the part of the barrel and part of the gas block, and you'll lose your compression unless you don't clean it really good because the gas block is not chrome lined. So I just generally stick with non-corrosive. Here we have another non-magnetic ammunition. You can see. This is Wolf 7.5 by 5.5 Swiss for my K31. Now the easiest way to tell if it's range legal or range approved for indoor ranges is just take a magnet to it, like this. So even if it doesn't look like it's steel jacketed, it probably still will be, more than likely, if it's Russian ammunition. Because it'll have a copper jacket over it, a thin copper jacket, but underneath that copper jacket will be a much thicker steel jacket. See? Oh, and just if you're wondering, no, and not sticking it to the case, it's the actual bullet it's sticking to, see? Okay. Well, if you guys got any questions or comments, send me a message. Spartan765 out.